I love to tell this story because that's what made me learn what was to be a pastor and to be with people, and I learned so much from it. It was a community. It was a small community of poor people, and it was an enormous challenge for me because I was not supposed to go there because I don't want to make the story too long. But I went there. I had come back from Europe, from the World Council of Churches, and I had other invitations lined up for me to be. And so I went there just to give like a Bible school talk one morning, and then I knew that they were looking for a pastor, and I was sure that they were going to invite me to be their pastor. But I went there, I gave the Bible school, and they never invited me. So I called this friend of mine who was the pastor who was kind of overseeing the congregation, and I said, why they didn't invite me? And they said, well, they know you wouldn't accept it. I said, why not? Well, you've just been to Europe, and they know that you're going to get a much better position with better offering, so they would never invite you. So then I said, can you get me another opportunity to be there? Because that troubled me in so many ways. And so I had to go back. So I went back and I taught class, morning class again. And so it was my turn to say, can I have a meeting with your elders or your session? And so then I went there. I said, would you consider me to be your pastor? And they still said no. Because they said, no, you'll get a better position. That's not going to be. We cannot pay you enough here. So after a fight, so I became a pastor of this congregation. And this was the most fascinating, one of the most fascinating times of my life in terms of ministry. Sometimes they couldn't pay me, but every Sunday after worship, there was this deacon who would come and put $5 in my pocket to give me money to take the buses and the train, because it was 2 buses and one subway to get there. And the kids there, one of the most fascinating experience for me was to arrive there in the morning. I would spend the entire Sunday with them because it was far away. And when I would arrive at the bus stop, there would be this 20, 30 kids waiting for me and screaming and shouting. And it was so much joy and welcoming that it really transformed me in many ways. And I have several stories from this time, stories of resilience, stories of fight, stories of struggle. And they gave me more, way more than I could give to them.